So hey everybody, welcome back to Miles Mayhem. I know it's been a while since we made a video, but today we are with our week 14 recap. Unfortunately, we did not make the playoffs, but it's just for fun now. But my dad will start with the recap of this week.
Yeah, so Joe Burrow got injured out for the season. That kind of hurt. We've been playing Sam Howell pretty regularly, and our league has yardage bonuses, and Sam's thrown it for a ton of yards. He was leading the league for a while. Sam was on bye. So Matt Stafford has been on our bench. He was playing the Ravens. We were not really comfortable playing him against the Ravens. The Ravens defense has been just beast mode all year. We picked up Joe Burrow's replacement, Browning, and he was playing against Indianapolis. He had a nice little game, 275 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown. I think he might have had a pick in there. So he has been playing really well. The Bengals have a shot at the playoffs. So we were pretty happy with how Browning played. We started Olave. We had traded Olave for Garrett Wilson. That's been a pretty good trade. Do you want to talk about how Olave did?
Yeah, so Olave had a receiving touchdown, 4 catches for 28 yards. He had a decent game. They won versus the Panthers. Bryce Young looks terrible, as we saw it in the football game we went to a couple weeks ago. But pretty decent game from him.
Yeah, and then Devontae was our other starter at wide receiver. It was an ugly game against Minnesota. It was 0-0 for most of the game. Minnesota won 3-0. I think it was the lowest scoring indoor game in NFL history. Devontae had 7 catches, 53 yards. Decent fantasy game. So, he did all right. Rachaad White, you want to talk about how Rachaad did?
Yeah. Rachaad had 102 rushing yards, a receiving touchdown, and 33 receiving yards. They won that game, I think, and it was on the road. So big win for them, now leading the conference. Great game for Rachaad.
Yeah, Rachaad has had a nice season. I think he's a top 10 fantasy running back in PPR. We did the trade early in the season where we dealt Tua for Rachaad. He's kind of been our best running back. So he had another nice game. We started James Cook, Buffalo running back. He has been getting more runs since Joe Brady became the offensive coordinator for Buffalo. He had 83 receiving yards. Pretty sure that was a career high, including a receiving touchdown, 58 rushing yards. I thought they kind of went away from him a little bit in the second half against Kansas City, and that game got close, and Buffalo wound up pulling it out. That was decided by James Toney lining up offsides Kadarius Toney lining up offsides for the 8th time, but it was the first time it got flagged, and that reversed the Kelsey amazing lateral that potentially could have won the game. So note to self, kids, line up on side and check with the referee before the play. How did Kyle Pitts do?
All right, so Kyle Pitts had first receiving touchdown in many weeks. The only other week he had a receiving touchdown, he was on our bench. It hurt, but today he had a receiving touchdown, 57 receiving yards, and 3 receptions.
Yeah, we've been trapped in an abusive relationship with Kyle Pitts pretty much the whole season. So we were very happy to see him score. There has not been great quarterback play in Atlanta. They desperately need a quarterback. I kind of think they should make a play for Justin Fields. But he finally scored, so we're happy with that. We kind of took a gamble. We've been playing Ramondre Stevenson for much of the year. He got hurt, high ankle sprain, so we were able to pick up Ezekiel Elliott off the wire. We rolled the dice, played him at flex. He had 72 receiving yards, 7 catches, 68 rushing yards. He looked amazing. So Zeke came up big for us, played a really good game. Jake Elliott, our kicker, had a couple kicks. He had a pretty good game, and then the Dallas defense was playing against Philadelphia, so we sat them. We picked up New Orleans. How'd New Orleans do?
So they only had 6 points allowed. They got a defensive score, which is big, and 4 sacks. Huge win. Now there is a 3-place tie for the NFC South. Terrible division. So everybody's leading with a losing or close to losing record. So that was big. and they had a great win and got the dub.
Yeah, so this was our highest scoring game of the season.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, didn't make the playoffs. We were a game out. It hurt, but we're gonna play in the consolation bracket. I feel like we're playing good football, so we're just gonna play out the string, and we'll tell you how it goes.
All right, I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah if you celebrate that. Tomorrow we will be filming a video for we are doing my mom's family's Christmas, so we'll do a couple of videos of that, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video.